What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? Podcast about life in the music industry. I'm your host, Patrick Tarnowski. With me, as always, is Matt Reed. And today we've got recording artist, producer, and songwriter, OK Kenji from Atlanta, Georgia on the show. Kenji, welcome to the show.
What's going on, y'all? Thanks for having me.
What? That's my, I'm cool. That's my cool what. It's not. I don't know. I don't know why I said that.
It was cool to me.
Cool. It's real to me. That just made me think of like the wrestling. Like, it's real to me.
Yeah, that reference went over my head. I'm gonna be honest. I wanna know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you then. It's there was like a viral video that had went on like years ago, and it was about this like it's this wrestling like fan, and he was like being interviewed or asking, he was asked some sort of question, and then he like says like, it's real to me, and he like starts crying and stuff, and he was very passionate about wrestling.
Yeah, man, I'm officially that guy that missed the joke and you had to explain it. But as soon as you did, I actually know what you're talking about now. So thank you.
You're welcome. And it's okay. I also dated myself, and that's fine. I do that often.
He does.
I can't help it. It's just part of me. And I am the age I am. But Kenji, you just released your latest single, Can We Talk, on November 15th. How's the release been for the new single?
Man, it's been honestly really, really refreshing. I release new music every month, and so I get, I put as much as I can into every song, but not every song is equal. So this song is doing very well. Just people sharing it, and the comments and messages have been really great. So, as much as I want to be like that artist that's like, dude, I don't care what people say, the positive affirmation always, feels good.
Well, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, everybody writes music and wants people to like it.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
So I feel that. I gotcha.
Yeah, man.
Anyone that says otherwise is just fibbing you. They're just, I don't care. Music's for me, man. And it might be. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I just know me.
Yeah, man. No, it's I don't know. I feel like some music sometimes, I don't know if this is mean of me to say, but sometimes I feel like there's certain genres of music where I'm like, these people had to know that part of this was cringe. Like that was the angle, was to like be as polarizing as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, like, obviously, like, there's some times where you'll write a song and you're like, I hope everybody likes it, but I don't really care if they do, because I really wanted to make this. And I wanted to make it sound this way.
Mm-hmm.
When bands and artists like completely change like their sound, they know people may not like it, but that's what they wanted to do. And it's the goal is still for people to like it, but it's still something that you had to do artistically.
Right.
Or
I don't want to throw either of you guys under the bus, but did you guys get a chance to listen to the new song? Can we talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so from your listen, because I know this is more of like a punk, centric podcast. From the listen, what did you think in terms of like the style? And let's start with that.
Matt, where are you at? Because I listened to it like last week.
Oh, true.
I listened to it earlier today. It's definitely feels more. We do like talk to a lot of people in the punk industry and like that. We do have people that are more on your style as well, more of that emo focused kind of. I don't know if you consider yourself emo focused, but
yeah, totally.
Definitely, it was definitely a nice change, and I enjoyed it. It's a cool song.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, What's
I
up?
was gonna
Sorry.
say I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every song that I listened to of you. Like it's nice to switch up. I because I listen to a lot. If people looked at my Spotify rap today, it's like most of my most listened to stuff is fast punk or metal and thrash metal, and I love like pop music and stuff like that as well. So it's nice. It's a nice switch up.
Heck yeah. Yeah, so I mean the reason I'm asking is because when it comes to genres, it's like when it for artists that pitch for playlisting and stuff, like you have to put it in a genre.
Mhm.
And yeah, this song was particularly weird because it's like you could at least for me, you can clearly hear the punk influence and the emo influence, but it's also like very pop and
Yeah,
almost even dance,
yeah,
So yeah, a lot of the comments I've been getting is people comparing it to Owl City, which I'll take it.
yeah. And I mean, in Owl City, like it's Owl City was in that kind of genre of pop that was in the pop punk emo world, because it wasn't. I don't think Owl City is pop punk or
Mm-mm,
emo exactly, but it still fits in that world. Like,
totally.
because when I'm going through like playlists or like playlist submissions and stuff like that, if I get lots of them that are pop music centered, like Can We Talk is, I think that's like it has aspects of emo and pop punk and the alt music that's in it, then you can hear that. And so though it is like it sounds more pop forward, it still is in that world.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, something I love that Owl City does is when he performs live, a lot of his songs, he'll perform the songs as if they were pop punk songs, right? So you can definitely hear his influence, or the punk influence on him, which I love.
Okay. I just gonna name drop this, but I played with him a long time ago because he's from Minnesota as well, and
Wow.
he and I played with I played with Owl City, but I've also played with his other band that he had. I don't know if you can even find any of this online anymore, but it was a band called Swimming with Dolphins. And like there was a time when Owl City was getting popular, he wanted to just do Swimming with Dolphins. That's like he would only play without his band, and he wanted to just do that because he didn't enjoy Owl City as much.
Wow.
At least that's was my understanding of it.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, but so you played with him as in you were in a band that played with Owl City, or you played in
yeah.
his band?
No, I
Okay,
did not
cool.
play in his band. I played a show with him.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Hmm.
Did you get a chance to meet him?
Well, yeah, it was like these like this was a long time ago. He before he was like very very popular. This was, oh man, like 2006, 5
Oh,
maybe,
wow. Okay.
because he was still like this was when Pure Volume was like the king, like for music stuff. It was like Pure Volume was one of the top things, and it was always I was in a band called Jamestown Story, and it was always us, Daphne Loves Derby, and a couple other bands, including Owl City, that were always fighting for the top spot on Pure Volume.
Mm,
And it was a time.
wow, that's super cool, man. Another comment I get pretty regularly is people comparing me to Daphne Loves Derby. I think that was a little bit before my time, so like
Yeah.
I went back and listened to it recently, and yeah, I mean it's hard for me to make connections sometimes, but I mean I guess I can see some similarities, but that's super cool. It's cool. It's cool to talk to someone that like is familiar with that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, and Daphne Loves Derby. Like that. I think that would make me feel like pretty damn good if somebody compared me to Daphne Loves Derby. they were awesome. Like, and they just came back and released some new stuff too, and like it's cool to see them back. They were popping off for a while there.
Wow. History lessons.
That's what I offer. That's
Papa Pat in this. I'm gonna tell
Papa
you.
Pat.
But talking about your music, you mentioned that you've released a song a month, and so far in 2023, you released "Can We Talk," "Hear Me Now," "Believe Me Later" EP, and an unplugged version of your Static EP. Where do you find the inspiration to write and release so much music?
Man, the inspiration is me bending and breaking to the algorithm. I wish it was a more creative answer, but I just, well, I don't know. It's also like a muscle, and I enjoy doing it, and I think it makes me better as a creator. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, every day, all day, it's just what I do. I'm in my room, making beats, writing songs, recording vocals. Um, and yeah, no, it's been tough. I mean, like I definitely hit burnout pretty regularly, but yeah, it's just, for me, it's like I have a system kind of now and taking breaks when I can.
So what do you like to do when you're kind of hitting a wall and like you need to get away and like stop focusing on music for a while? Like what do you like to do to get yourself out of that?
There's a couple things. The first one, like I say it kind of jokingly, but it's like I just force myself. I just force myself to finish a song, and it's hit or miss because honestly, in my opinion, some of my best songs were ones that I forced. Like it wasn't like a magically creative like overflow of inspiration. Actually, "Can We Talk" was one that I forced, and
Yeah.
it was something where um, my self-imposed deadline of every month I'm going to release a song was coming up, and I didn't have a new song to release. And "Can We Talk" was like I had made that beat a while ago, and so I was sitting on the beat, and then I was like, okay, these are the lyrics that I have. It's not like some groundbreaking lyric, but it tugs on the heartstrings, and it's good enough for me. So yeah, I just finished it and put it up.
Nice. I like sometimes I definitely agree that it's like it's good to try and push yourself through it because sometimes you might even like find something really great out of just like not stopping. And now sometimes it doesn't matter how much you want to push through, it just doesn't happen. But you can find those moments of inspiration too.
Yep. And I heard a quote once. It was something like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna remember what it was, but it was along the lines of like some people are inspired and other people are disciplined or something like that. But basically, it's just the idea that like if you're a professional, like you can't just rely on inspiration alone. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, well, like I was inspired 2 times last year, so here's 2 songs.
Yeah.
Um, which I don't
Sure.
know. It's like I don't. Yeah, everyone has their own thing, and obviously there's great artists that do release only 2 songs a year, and they're amazing. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean everybody works differently and everybody's inspired or has the ability to do things differently. I mean some people really only have the capacity to write a few songs a year because they have to focus on it's got to be perfect, so yeah, it's everybody works differently, and that's why we get so much fun content.
Yep, yep. I will say though, like I'm personally as a creator, I'm so happy with where I'm at now because I was one of those artists before that I feel like I was like too precious with every one thing I was working on. And
Mhm.
I was just like the classic perfectionist where it's like, dude, I'll work on a song. And I still am this way, to be honest, but like, I'll just be sitting on a snare for all day, like working on a snare. And it's just like, dude, people like hate it or love it. Like people aren't even really going to notice.
Right.
You know, like it doesn't make that much of a difference if the snare is like a little bit to the left or whatever.
Right.
So now it's just like I know it sounds bad, but when you say something is like good enough, it sounds like you're just settling on the quality so much, but it really is kind of like, dude, I would rather like because on the flip side, there's just so much pressure too. Like you're like there's artists that work so hard on one thing and then they put out that one thing after working on it for a year and then you like 1,000 streams on it and like you're setting yourself up for disappointment in my opinion, where it's like everything you're doing has to be the biggest thing because that's all you have, you know.
Sure. Yeah, I can get that.
Do you plan on continuing the song a month into 2024?
Oh yeah, I started releasing music in 2020 and I've been releasing a song a month since then. Like I have not missed a month. I've actually like increased it to where it's like almost like 2 a month. It's more like 1.5 a month. But yeah, no, I have no intentions of stopping. I think it just keeps me accountable and it keeps me like sharp and
Yeah.
it's also my form of content. Like, you know, like people always talk about, oh dude, you got to post more content. Well, my form of content is new music. Like I don't really do the vlogs and like whatever else kind of stuff. So just like making music is my thing.
Well, and it's kind of like flexing a muscle, you know? You like it comes easier the more you do it.
Yep. And just also like you were saying, whenever I do hit ruts, a big thing is because I produce my own music, I think it's like I'll step away from lyrics and then I'll just focus on the beat. And that's just like a different, it's like a creative outlet, but it's like getting some of the pressure off the words of the music. Right. Like, so, I mean, we just had Black Friday when we're recording this. And yeah, I went crazy with the Black Friday sales, just like buying sounds and plugins. And that's always like a huge surge of inspiration. I mean, this week alone, I probably like made 20 beats. So
Nice.
yeah, that's gonna, I mean, dude, I have enough demos and like ideas and songs that I've started. Like I have enough music to last me to like 2025 and it's like 2023 right now.
That's crazy. That's awesome. So
yeah, man.
So like on top of like writing songs, we've talked about recording, you know, producing, songwriting, because you've worn a bunch of different hats within the music industry. So of all doing that, because you've produced other artists and stuff as well, what do you find the most enjoyment in?
Very specifically, I like releasing music. It's definitely the best part, just getting to connect with people, getting to hear what people think. And yeah, man, I mean, the coolest thing, because yeah, like as you said, I was producing music for other artists for my entire, I guess, like music career. And that shift to becoming an artist, it's things that I would always hear about in interviews like started to happen to me, where people would message me about how my music has, you know, not to get super dark, but like people will send me messages about how they were suicidal and like their music has literally saved them. And that, you know, it's that's something that I heard a lot growing up, and then to hear like people say that to me, and I think I get it a lot actually, and I think it's just because of the nature of what kind of, you know, what my music is about and what I talk about. And yeah, dude, like stuff like that just makes everything worth it. Just with, as you said, Spotify Rap coming out today, I think it's so easy to compare, and like my numbers actually went down a little bit this year, and it's just one of those things where it gets into my head. And of course, as a human, I feel a little disappointed and like frustrated and whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like all these people that I got to impact, and all these people that I got to like, my words helped them voice how they feel, is like an amazing thing. And I'm just trying to stay focused on that. And it's so cliche. And I feel like sometimes it's like a consolation prize, but isn't that the point? Like, isn't that what this is all about? So, yeah.
Totally. 100%.
you released some mega rad skateboards as merch items recently. What goes into creating non-traditional merch items?
Dude, this was my first time doing anything like this, and it was just something I really wanted to do, especially because this year, I don't know if you guys were following along, but Pokemon did a collab with Santa Cruz skateboards, and
Yes,
that was
definitely
the
did.
dude, that was like the final straw for me. I was like, because I loved what they did, and I was like, I want to do that too. I've been wanting to make skateboards for the longest time anyway, but yeah. So after that Pokemon drop, I was like, oh, and then it was crazy. Like I found out that there's like a skateboard manufacturing company like 20 minutes from me. So then I was like, all right, dude,
Oh, sick.
yeah. I don't even have to pay for shipping till I get it over here. I'm gonna just do it now.
That's awesome. Yeah, like do you skateboard?
I do. I'm not very good. For me, skateboarding has always been more of like a transportation mode,
Sure.
just getting places quickly. But yeah, just I can do like the most basic tricks, but not even.
Well, I mean, that's okay. Like I am all about that. I really love skateboarding. I think skateboarding is really fucking cool, and I've never been able to do it. I tried learning once and I fell and like thought like pretty like it wasn't like I fell once and just gave up, but like I just couldn't fucking do it, and I like handed I was like, here you go, here's my skateboard, I'm done, I'm not gonna try this no more. And I just but last year like I got a couple skateboards and I'm like, I want to fucking learn. I just want to learn how to ride it. Like I just want to ride, and because I think it'd be fun and it's cool, and I've always loved skateboarding. I love watching videos of it, watching other people do it. I think it's so impressive, and like also like it's just beautiful. Like like I mean, I don't know. It's like, but it's like, it's just like, there's something special and just awesome about it. And I've always just enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. It's funny. Growing up, so I'm Korean, and my parents, like in middle school is when I started skateboarding, and my mom especially, she just associated skateboarding with being like a bad influence on me.
Like
She
a
just
hooligan.
associate. What's up?
So like being a hooligan.
Yeah, it literally, and so when me and my friends would like make plans, like she just thought like we were up to no good, but literally we're just like we would go to the skate park, and that was it. We would just skate. We weren't doing, but she just was like, oh, like well those people might do drugs and blah blah blah, and it's like
Next,
I'm just I don't know what to tell you, you know.
next you're telling me
So
you're gonna get a tattoo.
right. Oh my gosh. And yeah, that's a whole nother story. Cause yeah, when I got my first tattoo, she was screaming at me. It was a whole thing. But no, dude, like I have these very vivid memories of my mom like literally getting a hammer and like breaking my skateboard in front of me because she just
Damn.
was like, but because that's also the part that I'm omitting was that I actually was a very bad kid. So it didn't help my case. But she would blame it on the wrong things. It wasn't skateboarding that was making me a bad kid or whatever. But um, yeah, I don't know why like this memory is like very fresh in my mind hearing you talk about your experience with skateboarding. But people, I feel like people don't understand how scary skateboarding is and can be. It's particularly like if you're at a skate park. I remember my first time trying to like drop in, which for
Oh,
people
yeah.
that don't know, it's like when you're at the edge of a ramp and you're going down the ramp. It's
Mhm.
terrifying for anyone, especially for your first time. Have you ever tried dropping in?
Dude, I couldn't. When I quit, I was trying to learn how to ollie. No, I did not try to drop in yet. Like at the point I'm in with my life now, I have to like relearn how to ride one.
Got you.
Like I I don't even have that in me anymore.
Oh
And
yeah.
and when I could skateboard, I wouldn't say I was very good at even riding it. I've just always liked it, and I loved the idea of it.
Mm.
So
Yeah, man. It makes sense, dude. I mean, pop punk and like just skate culture in general, there's just so much overlap.
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be like, I would be the most pop punk like dad in the world if I was skateboarding and eating pizza at the same time.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. So we've talked a bit about like, putting music out and doing different forms of promoting and stuff. So when it comes to promoting your music, like what techniques do you find work the best for you?
I have a really like businessy answer, but for me, it's been ads.
Okay.
Yeah, like of course, I mean the I don't want to say the dream because that makes it sound way too serious, but I mean, I guess for many people, the goal is to go viral. I
Yeah,
haven't had that moment yet for me. I mean, I've had pieces of content do well, but never like go crazy.
sure.
So for me, it's like I because I can't control whether or not I go viral. At least with ads, I can control. Well, I'm just gonna make it make it be seen, you know.
Yeah,
So that's what I've been doing. I mean, it's very costly, but
sure.
you know, like I'm serious about this about music, so it's like you know, I bite the bullet and I pay for it.
Well, right. And I mean, there's going viral, especially like with how TikTok has changed and stuff as well. Like going viral isn't as easy as it once was. Like there was a while there on TikTok when it was amazing. Anybody could go viral anytime,
Yeah.
like for anything. And I mean, even us with Unsigned Pop Punk, we had a couple videos that went viral-ish, like 100,000 views and stuff. And it's like, that's amazing. That's super cool. But it's like stuff like that doesn't happen as it once did.
Mm. Yeah, man. I mean, all I can do is like keep going and keep trying. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I've never had that moment before, but yeah, it's like I have so many friends that have, and it's crazy how life changing it is for like one thing to go viral, particularly if it's for an artist, if that piece of content that's going viral has like their music as like a central piece of it. And
Hmm.
if it goes viral, dude, I've seen people like literally turn that into a career. Like, you know, they'll go on
Hmm.
tour off of it and their,
Yeah.
their numbers go crazy. So yeah, man.
Yeah. You just got to keep pushing. I mean, that's all you can do. That's all anyone can do. Just keep going.
Yeah.
We got one more question before we go to a quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting your journey, what would it be?
Oh gosh. That's a that's I love that question because there's so many things I would say. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is it's okay to change your mind. I think the way that I grew up, like my parents put a lot of pressure on like making the right decision all the time. So like, you know, it sounds crazy like me saying it out loud, even for myself. But I think there was just no room for error for me. So it was just like a lot of pressure, typical like Asian household kind of environment, I think. But so what as a kid, like what that taught me was like, dude, you gotta commit. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing because I feel like on the flip side, there's people that are like very non-committal and very flaky. That's not good either. But
Hmm.
it just puts so much pressure on like every little thing that I do has to be right.
Yeah.
And if I pivot, then that's like a failure because it's like, oh, what you just tried doing didn't work out, so now you gotta change directions. And so there was like actually a lot of like guilt around that for me. And so my advice, at least to myself, would be to just be like, man, it's okay to change your mind and like go a different direction.
Hmm.
Um, because dude, honestly, for me, like making that change from producing to being an artist, that was like a big change for me.
Oh, sure.
But it was like the best thing I could have ever done because yeah, being an artist has done so much more for me than producing ever did.
For sure.
And, and that's like, I mean, that's so true, and that's such great advice. It's like it's okay to fail. Like I've failed many times, and I think everybody does. And but that's how you learn. You can't be perfect right out the gate. And it's so rare to like right away be like just be perfect. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously there are people out there that like wrote their first song and it's a hit. That happens,
Yeah.
but it's not common. Most people struggle. They write shitty music in the beginning. I mean, I had a song that I thought was fucking great, right? When I was in high school. It was called Purple Dogs and Underwear, and I thought it was the fucking shit. And like, it's stupid. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Horrendous. And but you grow, you learn, you change. You can always write another song. You can always go a different path. It's okay to fail. Just keep moving forward.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Yeah, and like as cliche as it sounds, it's just what it is, man. Like you gotta, fail forward and like learn from stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's I don't know. Like we could get so philosophical with it, but yeah, that's I think that's a good place to.
Yeah, that's a great place. Stop, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our next segment. Enjoy the sponsor.
This week, we'd like to give a huge shout out to Affiant Records for sponsoring this week's episode. Affiant Records provides powerful and purposeful entertainment through music, film, and media to their audience around the globe to emotionally affect and bring about a positive change to the world through entertainment. Founded by music industry attorney William J. Metzger, Affiant Records operates global marketing and distribution for talented and accomplished artists, bands, and musicians. They're excited to tell you about Save Our Ships, who just released their cover of Vanessa Carlton's 1,000 Miles featuring Ryan Vega, which was produced by Bill Pogan of Pogue Audio just in time for Valentine's Day weekend. Save Our Ships are a powerful four-piece band for the UK sailing into the pop-punk scene. Save Our Ships has been smooth sailing all around the country, playing gigs in Newport, Cardiff, Swansea, and more, including the amazing Ollie Fest. Now commanding the boat, we've got guitarist and vocalist James. Drinking all the rum is guitarist, vocalist Alex. And keeping the boat together is drummer Jay, and just about same bassist, vocalist Jazz. All working towards making some, according to them, semi-decent music along the way. Officially forming in 2021, the band has a wide variety of originals, with the newest release, Oice in a Slice, which the deluxe is available now on all streaming platforms. So, please, make sure to give them a follow on all of their social medias so you can stay up to date on not only new music, but if they're touring, playing shows in your area, they got new merch. Help support these guys. So you can find them like on all social media platforms at Save Our Ships UK. Now you also need to go make sure you're following Affiant Records to see all the rad bands that they support, because they've got a lot of awesome up and coming bands on their label. So make sure to also follow them at Affiant Records. And thanks again so much to Affiant Records and Save Your Ships for not only supporting Unsigned Pop Punk, but sponsoring today's episode. And let's get into that episode with OK Kenji, huh?
And we're back. I know you're back because I'm back.
You ain't going anywhere.
Didn't go anywhere. I've been sitting here the whole time. I've been just patiently waiting for you to come back after that wonderful sponsor that I'm sure you're gonna buy now, because whatever
You
it
should.
was, amazing.
Whatever it was great.
As Pat told us. But we are now into the food for thought segment, the segment which is hard-hitting journalism, all about food and food-related topics and questions. It's where the realness comes out.
Yeah, this is where we get real deep inside
Yeah.
your soul.
No,
Right.
no. All jokes aside, let's get down to the real meat here.
So we're gonna throw you a little bit of a softball here. Get you warmed up a little bit. In your opinion, what is the must-stop food shop that all people coming through Atlanta need to check out?
Oh gosh, I'm the worst person to ask because I'm not a great host when friends come through. Because all I do is just stay inside and make music.
Taco Bell, man, go to Taco Bell.
Honestly, like I was like about to say that because so in Atlanta, Chick-fil-A was started here, and where I live, the original Chick-fil-A is like just down the street from me. So I like taking people there. It's particularly if they're from a place that doesn't have Chick-fil-A, which I mean Chick-fil-A is everywhere now, but you know, like people from like out of the country sometimes might visit or something.
Sure.
Oh, sure. And I mean, and the thing is, it's like you're not just taking them to any Chick-fil-A, you're taking them to the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, where it all started.
So that's kind of special.
Oh
you
yeah.
know I mean, if somebody brought me to the McDonald's, I would be jazzed.
Yeah. No, well, have you guys ever been to like the original like restaurant of somewhere before?
I haven't.
I have, I think, but I don't know. I
Well,
can't think of it though. I feel
well,
like I have though.
yeah, because I mean, I've actually now that I think about it, I've actually been to like a couple. Like I've been to like the original KFC.
Okay.
It's not. It's funny because like I'm like, oh yeah, that's where I take people. It's not that crazy. Like it's really like it's just like any other KFC or whatever. But there's like a little section that they turn into a museum or something. So I'm not
That's
really
cool.
selling it here, but also, you know, reality. That's just what you can expect.
Consistency.
That's fair. Okay, well, so this question might be more up your wheelhouse here, since you're like I stay in, I'm inside working. You're in the in the house. So, in your opinion, again, then what do you think is the most slept on snack food and drink combo?
Just in general.
Yeah, whatever you like.
You said snack or what combo?
Snack food or drink combo.
Oh man, like dude, I would need to think about these more, but
That's why they're the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
that's why we're like
Dang it.
we need you to like just dig into your soul for these.
I was telling you guys earlier, I'm a fan of the show, so like part of these questions I should have expected and I should have thought about it more, but
It this one makes me think of we had that one guest. I'm not sure, I don't remember who it was, but Matt, you might remember, but he had like when he was on the road, he had to have the specific like the meat sticks.
Rage.
Like, huh?
It was Jeremy from Nicholas Rage.
Oh yeah, he needed the beef sticks, like corn nuts, and like a Red Bull, and he needed or something like that, and he had to like put him like eat part of it and then drink it. It was like it all had to like go together.
man, I mean this isn't slept on at all, but I'll just go with what is a part of my daily ritual and like
All right.
it's every day I make one of these. It's a strawberry banana with I use almond milk. Obviously, you can use whatever you like, but for
Sure.
me, those three things, strawberry banana, that's I drink it every day. It's not slept on. I mean, that's very very common. People love strawberry banana stuff, but
Sure.
that'll be my answer for today.
It's like I mean, I guess like it's hard when you're thinking of slept on stuff because it's like, well, I mean, the only thing that pops into my head that I always begged my mom to make me when I was a kid, but then I wouldn't fucking eat it because it was weird. But There's a movie when I was younger called Little Monsters, and I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And in it, the kid in it always ate a peanut butter and onion sandwich. And dude, I want like every time I watch the movie, I'm like, Mom, make me a peanut butter and onion sandwich. She's like, no, you don't like it. I'm like, Mom, I need a peanut butter and onion sandwich. I'm watching Little Monsters.
So have you tried it now?
Oh, I've tried it. Yeah, it's not. It's something.
Do you grill the onions or do you eat it raw?
You just put raw onions on there. I mean, I don't still eat it. Like I don't. It's not a thing I eat. Like I mean, you can. But it was like it just made me think of that. Like I used to like always ask for it. Same thing as when I'd watch Popeye cartoons. I always wanted spinach in a can, but that's fucking gross. Super gross.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I'm still stuck on the onion and peanut butter. That's a no. That's a no for me.
You should try it.
I would try it. I mean, I'm not opposed to trying it, but
I think to the point, I feel like if you grilled the onions, that would make it better. Like if they caramelized now.
Oh
totally,
yeah,
totally.
That'd probably be pretty good actually.
That would be pretty good. But just in general, I feel like raw onions, like they should always be thrown on the stove at least for a little bit. You know,
soften them a little bit.
I don't know. Yes. Maybe we'll have to try this bougie peanut butter and onion sandwich.
A grilled peanut butter
onion sandwich.
Oh yeah.
I'm in for it.
We got one more food question, and this one's a little bit of a doozy. Sometimes I come up with these weird questions, so
it's true.
This one. You have the opportunity to cook a dinner that most resembles you for your biggest music inspiration. Who is it, and what are you making?
Dang, dude, like these questions, bro. I don't have answers for this. Dang, I don't even know who's my biggest inspiration. I don't even know where to start with that. There's so many people that I take like little 1% things from so many people, you know?
That's fair. Yeah, Matt does this shit, man. He always has like some sort of variation of like this question, and it changes up a lot, but it's always fun, and it's always like I don't know what to say.
Yeah, man.
You have to.
We just
shoot, dude, like I just because I mean these guys are a huge influence, and because we've been talking about pop punk, I would say probably Neck Deep would be I'll go with them.
Okay.
And I would you said I have to make them a meal, right?
Yeah. That resembles you.
Okay, perfect. So I just got back from Japan, and so I would probably make them a Japanese dish.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll go with tonkatsu, which is like fried. Well, you can fry chicken. It's basically just like fried chicken or fried pork, but it's like a very specific way you do it. If you guys don't know what it is, it's very similar to like a schnitzel.
Okay.
Which is like German food.
Nice.
But yeah, and I think that would be pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I think they would enjoy that. I think Neck Deep, if you're listening, give them a call.
Well, and something like that, Asian food's very flavorful, and it just might be like it'll be a nice change for Neck Deep. The guys from the UK who their food is a little bland over there. I'm not talking smack. It's well known. It's bland. It's a little bland.
Yeah. Nobody ever says, "Oh, I'm craving British food."
Oh, it's like, God. Oh man, I could go for a fucking real good cup of Earl Grey right now.
Or a really, really dry scone. It's like, why would anyone eat this voluntarily? It's like people eat it because they're in England. But
yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Like comparatively speaking, with Europe or any other country than America. They're healthier.
I mean, maybe fish and chips. I wouldn't say is necessarily like healthy, but I get what you're saying, though. I mean, yeah. I mean, compared to America, basically everything's healthy.
Yeah, healthy. I said healthier than America.
Okay.
All
right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Healthy. Yeah. All right. That is the end of our food for thought segment. But now it's time. We're gonna hop into the rapid fire question segment.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
These are the newly formed questions. You're not ready for these questions, but you got to be. So you're just gonna speak from the heart. You're gonna shoot from the hip. Whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, just go for it. Just go with it.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Monster Energy or nothing?
Or nothing. I'm gonna go with nothing. Like I feel boring saying that, but
that's okay. That's okay. Some people don't like energy drinks.
When I answer these, can we talk about it, or is this supposed to be like nope? We're just moving on.
We could talk. The funnest part about rapid fire questions is that not once do I think it's ever fucking been rapid fire.
Yeah, man. People. No, well, you guys ask, like, it's fun. So, like, I think that's a good thing, like to inspire conversation. But are you guys energy drinkers?
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I am. I do partake in some energy from time to time.
I was up until about a month ago, and then I've really cut back because I'm getting old and I need to not drink as much energy drinks.
Oh wow, this is a new thing then. Up until a month ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, dude, good for you, man. I mean, dude, like I'm not a big caffeine person, which is why I feel like I have a terrible sleep cycle. So sometimes I think about it often, like, man, if I started drinking coffee, it might help me regulate my sleep, right?
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like I have friends that like they're like, oh, dude, I'm trying to cut out the coffee, and like they get so mean, and I'm just like, bro, you are definitely addicted. And yeah, like my household coffee was just never a thing, so I never got into caffeine. But if there's like moments like something will happen where like I need to stay up, then I'll go buy an energy drink. But yeah, it's just not a part of the lifestyle.
Nice. I mean, it's a good choice. It's a healthier choice. I mean, I try to only drink like 0-calorie drinks. I prefer to only eat my calories if possible, because I already don't get enough calories if I want to try to stay trim, and I'm failing in that department. And if I were to drink drinks with calories, that's only gonna make it worse.
I hear that,
man. All right, next one. This next one's it's pretty simple. Pop punk or emo?
Oh my gosh, this isn't rapid, bro. These are not rapid questions.
I personally think the next one will hit you harder than these two, but
for my listening pleasure, because I would say I make more emo stuff, but I listen to more pop punk. So if we're going off of what's available for me to listen to, I would probably go with pop punk.
Okay. All right. Taylor Swift or John Mayer?
Oh, that's actually easy for me. I'd go with Taylor Swift.
Nice. See, it's also kind of a trap. So, but
yeah,
if you're a Swiftie, you'll know.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a Swiftie. Now, like I love John Mayer, but I mean, dude, Taylor Swift just has so many hits, and like in terms of inspiration, like Taylor Swift, actually, I'm very inspired by her.
Oh yeah, so. Oh yeah, I love it. I love Taylor Swift, so I feel you. All right, Skinny jeans or baggy pants?
I've been trying to get more into baggy pants. So just for Sophia, if you're listening, I'm gonna say baggy pants just to make you happy.
Okay, look, if you need a little help, like, see, I was skinny jeans all the way, like I was, and then I went back and I was like, I was gonna make a video. Basically, it was for when we were young first was announced and everybody was losing their shit. I wanted to make a quick TikTok. I was like, oh my god, okay, so I need to get myself a studded belt. I need to get myself a pair of Dickies, and I did. And now, honestly, I can't not wear Dickies. Holy shit. I forgot how comfortable they are. And it's like just baggy pants for me all day if they're Dickies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wear skinny jeans, you know, like it's almost kind of like almost like a stereotype, just like the black, all black everything. But I mean, but I don't know, like I've been feeling the baggy jeans. I mean, I don't know. Everything is a circle. The trends swing back and forth. You know, it's like the skinny jeans will come back, but
it most certainly will. It's funny because me and my wife are so happy right now because the trend is what we did in high school. And I'm just like, all right, I kept all my shit. I'm ready.
I'm hip again.
I'm hip again. This is great because I never changed. Disney Plus or Netflix?
Well, I don't have either, so I'm just gonna go with Disney Plus.
Okay. Stuffed crust or deep dish pizza?
Deep dish.
Okay. Vans or Chuck Taylors?
Oh, Vans for sure.
Okay. The All-American Rejects or the Offspring?
All-American.
Nice. And this one, now you said you've checked out a couple of the episodes, so you might be getting yourself prepared for a jingle of sorts, but we didn't do the jingle this time. Now we have a finish this lyric, and I was planning on changing it every time, but I didn't. So we're going to go with the same finish this lyric. See if you can get it. Okay, you ready? Okay. I'm sick of the things I do when I'm nervous, like.
Wait. So this is a lyric from a song that I'm supposed to finish?
Yes.
Well, that one, the blank that I'm drawing is enormous.
That's fair.
What song is it?
It is another band from Minnesota that is popular like Owl City, but they're not like Owl City though.
Okay.
They're
Whoa, wait. So let me at least try. Can you tell me the first letter of the band?
M. I'll even sing it to you a little bit, see if you can catch it.
Okay.
I'm sick of the things I do when I'm nervous. Like
the size of the the blank that I'm drawing is enormous. I have no idea.
It's okay. It's Motion City soundtrack.
Oh gosh, what song is it?
Everything is all right.
Everything is all right.
Well, that's what happens when you're just not when you're not a big fan of them. So
now you have homework after this too.
Yeah.
Now you have homework to prepare for the next podcast. Start like memorizing everybody's lyrics of all time.
Everybody.
Everyone ever.
Goodness.
Because you never know what you're gonna get hit with. Yeah, I plan on doing different finish this lyric each time, but I completely spaced that because this is only the second time. So I failed right out the gate. So once again, we talked about this earlier. So learning experience for me.
You know what? It wasn't. I feel like maybe it's only a failure to you, brother.
And that's okay. See, but that's what, so I should have known I wanted to change this because this was a plan that I had made.
Well, yeah, and I was saying that because like it wasn't a failure to me is what I was trying to say.
Oh, I know, and you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. But that is it. You did it. You finished the podcast. Now is your chance. Just let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you, and what's next.
Yeah, so it's, when this drops, it'll be 2024, a brand new year.
Yeah.
Lots of new music. I will probably have new music out since we're recording this. So go check that out, whatever song it is, because it doesn't exist yet. And yeah, check out the skateboards. We have a few left. And we're working on a tour right now, which will be my first tour ever. So that'll probably be announced later on into the year. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for having me. This was so fun.
Hell yeah. No, it was awesome. And now one other question though. So while you're touring, are you going to like make a backlog so you can still continue releasing music while you're gone?
Probably. Yeah. Whenever I have something that I know I'm going to be doing, I usually hit overdrive and start stacking up a little bit.
Damn. You are an impressive machine.
Thanks, man.
Music
It's
machine.
I'm putting myself to the ringer. It's definitely not like I'm not, gonna pretend like it's all like it's hard. It's very exhausting, but
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. And I was gonna say something, I don't remember what it was, but man, I would love to come back maybe in like a year or two to update you on what else I've been doing.
Absolutely.
This was awesome.
Hell yeah. We would love that. We would love to have you back.
Man, thank you guys.
Heck yeah, absolutely. Now, Matt and I, we're going to stay right here. And so if you're listening, you stay right here with us. We're going to hop into the Unsigned Pop Punk News right after this jingle here. Friends, it's the Unsigned Pop Punk News. And yeah, that was great. It was a good time. We just, hung out with Kenji. And yeah, man, like got some great advice. And yeah, I always enjoy like those questions, that we ask it at the end. I love the the advice section at the very end. It's just so cool to me. Like 100 and some episodes in where it's like still different answers every time.
Every time I'm like, I go into it and I'm like, putting that one in the memory bank, putting that one in the memory bank.
Yeah, it's like, it's cool. And it's one of the reasons that I wanted that to be a mainstay. I don't even remember what episode it was that we started keeping that every single time. Huh?
I said before my time.
Before Matt's time is true. Yeah. But I'm so happy that we decided to keep that one because it's always good advice, and it's always different, and it's because everybody's journey is different, and that's what's so cool. You can take, if you've tried one of these ways that an artist is like, well, I keep trying this and this doesn't work, and it's cool if you can listen from week to week and get a completely different answer that you could try.
Totally. Man, my beard's looking nice tonight, by the way. I'm looking at myself in the since I'm spoiler behind the curtain, everyone. I've been recording these last few episodes, so I have to set my zoom up differently. And so I can stare at myself now, not just tiny. And this was my biggest problem when I streamed was I would stare at myself too much, so I had to start covering myself up because I would stop staring at me. That's a look right there. I think your wife would enjoy that look, Pat.
For those that aren't watching, I am twisting my beard into like a little gross little thing. And sometimes I like to do this. So it's long enough now to like I have no like I shave my head, so I don't have any hair up there, but I can put this into a beard bun.
There you go.
So I can't do a man bun, but I can do a beard bun.
Let us know. Speaking of beard buns, let us know. Join our Discord and let us know what your thoughts are on beard buns. On top of, do you have
comment on this episode, baby? Come on.
Do you have a story? Do you have a song that you really enjoy from OK Kenji? Were you like, man, that was fucking rad? Because that's how I am. I was like, man, that episode was fucking rad. I'm like jazzed up right now. I want to fucking release music now. I'm like sitting on my ass and I'm like, man, I got music to release. He's doing one song a month. What the fuck is my problem?
Yeah, what am I doing? Nothing.
You know what? You can do it, Matt. See, I'm staring at myself again. There I go again.
So this is switching topics a little bit, and not to talk about, donating money and stuff to people, because that's really cool. We'll get there. But what's one thing that I wanted to start doing? Okay, because I'm in this phase right now where I'm like really interested in reading books, and I was like, there was a time I was like, I wonder if we could we should start like a book club on our Discord.
I mean,
dude, a pop punk book club.
I might know some people who would join your pop punk book club.
Yeah, would you join it?
You're asking a lot.
I am currently reading it right now. That is a long book.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know. Maybe if we read the Dave Grohl book to get in our book,
we'll do the Dave Grohl book. It's got to be. Does it have to be music related to be in this book club? Do you think, or just books? Can we just be tattooed people and just liking books?
I mean, you can. Don't. I mean, the great Shia LaBeouf said, "Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it."
Just do it. I love it. I love that. Hey, speaking of loving things, love people. One of the things that we do with loving people is we have our gender equality shirts. We have not decided, if you're listening week to week, eventually you're going to be like, oh, they decided on something. That's great. But currently we're just saving them money for 15% of every purchase of our gender equality shirts are going to be donated to a new charity. We're going to be switching this up from time to time. We were working with the Trevor Project, but now we're going to switch up and start working with a new charity to donate it to. So also, you can get our gender equality shirts. It's great. You can get them at unsignedpoppunk.com. Just go there. We have a whole bunch of merch, and not even just merch that's like, we got cool stuff with skulls on it. We got metal font stuff because that's cool. We have stuff with my dog's face on it. That's pretty cool. It's adorable as shit. So it says Unsigned Pup Punk. It's adorable. Yeah, we have lots of cool stuff for everyone. And we even have like kid sizes. We've got cool stuff for everybody. So go check it out and love it, because you will.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And at this point, that very emo festival
just happened.
Has happened. And
it was wonderful.
It was. And I am probably on my way home still. I'm going to assume that I did not just drive home the day after. So, because I'm going to take a little vacay. It's going to be nice. I'm going to go try and see the Alamo. That's cool. I'm going to see if there's a basement in the Alamo. Because if Pee Wee Herman can do it, I can do it. And I'm sure that doesn't ever irritate the guides. I'm sure it'll be like, yeah, okay, basement, okay, thanks. You're funny. I know. And I will be. And I will pack that away in my memories that I got them.
Yeah. King of the Hill went to the Alamo.
Ozzy Osbourne was rumored to have peed on it.
You could be the second.
Nah, dude. I like history. I ain't gonna pee on it. There are things I would pee on, but I don't think it'll be the Alamo.
Me.
But who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll have to go to the bathroom real bit. I don't know. Don't put that on me. Okay, thanks so much, Kenji, for hanging out with us today. It was great. This was great. Matt, thanks for always being my friend. I love your Green Day shirt you got going on there. Huh?
I've been losing some weight and it fits, so I'm stoked on it.
It's a sweet shirt. It's a really cool shirt. Thanks so much to Gibby. Thanks to Gibby for hosting me. Maybe Matt if he decides to come with down to Texas and hanging out with us. That was great. Thanks so much, as always, to Lawrence Crow for making all of our design dreams come true. Thanks so much to Ross at Electric Kiwi once again for always helping us whenever we need and helping everyone who needs web services designed and done, and such a wonderful human being. So friendly, so supportive. Both of those people are some of the best human beings on the planet. So hell yeah. Thanks to all of them, and thanks to you for listening, and thanks to you for listening over the entire 2023. It was awesome. And here's to a new year. It's gonna be awesome. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you so much to those of you who already are. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. If you're in the position to help us grow and like behind the scenes access and exclusive shows, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/unsignedpoppunk. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the show and what other content you'd like to see. Thank you all so much.